Hey, this is the second part of the management and the treatment options for the menorrhagia. We have discussed the menorrhagia investigation, physical exams, and their clinical findings. But in this sketchy lecture, we will discuss about this management and treatment. There are two management options for menorrhagia. First is medical treatment, and second is surgical treatment. The choice of the treatment is based upon whether the woman wants to continue his family while is she going to conceive a baby in the future, because the medical therapy have a chance that a female can conceive in the future, but the surgical treatment can cause a permanent infertility in the female, so woman cannot conceive. So you should ask about whether the family is complete or not in order to initiate the treatment options. So first of all, medical treatment. There are different medical treatment. First of all, the most effective medical treatment in the menorrhagia is LNG-IUS, levonorgestrel intrauterine system, that has been effective in reducing 90% of the menorrhagic blood. While the second option is tranexamic acid, that is antifibrinolytic and has an effect of reducing the menorrhagic blood about 50%. While the mefenamic acid, that is an NSAID that inhibits prostaglandins, also have an effect of decreasing 30% of the menorrhagic blood. While the fourth option is prostaglandins, the prostaglandins are used in during the 6 to 26 days of the menstrual cycle, and their dose is 15 mg daily. While GnRH analogs are used for two purposes. Number one, they are also used in the medical treatment option of the menorrhagia, but most importantly, the GnRH analogs can reduce the fibroids to visualize enhance the visualization through hysteroscope. And now onto the surgical options. The surgical options are ablative techniques that will causes infertility. So you should ask the woman if she want to conceive the child in future or not. If she wanted to conceive a child, then you should not do a surgical procedure initially. Surgical procedure should be done after the medical therapy has been failed. So first of all, the surgical therapy include the most effective surgical therapy prior to hysterectomy is the endometrial ablation. You can see this is the sign of the endometrial ablation. There are different techniques that are used. The previous first generation techniques, electrical diathermy and rollerball ablation are not been absolute and are absolute nowadays. So second generation techniques that are used, which include impedance controlled endometrial ablation, microwave ablation, and thermal uterine balloon therapy, microwave ablation, and impedance control endometrial ablation. These are the newer techniques of the endometrial ablation. While if there is a compressive symptoms and fibroids, you can do a myomectomy, you can do endocervical resection of the fibroids, you can also do an umbilical artery embolization, and the last mainstay of the treatment is the hysterectomy. This is all about the medical and the surgical treatment of menorrhagia. So on the next lecture we will discuss about the management of the acute hemorrhagic menorrhagic blood flow. On to the next one.